Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. Well, hello. I'm Murky Meg, and you are listening to a channel that, if you are a fan of Harry and Meghan, you might not want to stick around. I hope this Sunday brings peace and happiness to your home or wherever you may be. Firstly, I'd like to thank everybody that's subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed, please, I'd be very grateful. It really does mean the world to me. But if you're just here for the views, then hey, welcome along. If you haven't already been here before, it's a fun place to be. We have a little bit of a giggle. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that could be in the pipeline, and the whispers are getting stronger and stronger, that Meghan Markle is writing a memoir. Now, this is not new news. We've heard this rumblings for many years now. When they left the royal family, there was the big hoo-ha that she could make millions and millions from a memoir, a bombshell memoir. She could spill all her secrets, and that she is a fan of journaling. Now, it's no secret that she is said to be meticulous about journaling and writing down what's happened, what she thinks happened, and I'm sure there are a few skeletons in there that she would like to spill. But rumour has it that a memoir is happening. Harry did have some popularity with Spare, but I've said this so many times, that's purely because he is who he is. And he said what he said. He was dishing the dirt on the royal family, and that always brings in the money, the views, the headlines, everything about it. Because he's not just talking about himself, he's talking about one of the most arguably famous families in the world, and secretive families at that. So anybody that spills any tea, any gossip, any tidbits is gonna get the clicks and the views, and people are going to buy it or share it or just literally talk about it. And it reverberated around the world what Harry had to say about the royal family, and of course himself. Not very much about the Meghan aspect, because that particular part of the memoir was at the very, very end. It was the final section. But people wanted to know what happened in the royal family, because that's what people want to hear. But could Meghan now be cottoning on. Sorry, tongue-tied again. Would you prefer I leave them in? Do you like my tongue-tied moments? Do you like my little slip-ups? Normally I'd edit them out, but recently I've been leaving them in just for little giggles, because you can see that I'm a bit of an idiot. And it kind of gives you a bit of an insight into exactly how my mind works. I mean, I've been saying Duke of Sausage for a long time, and that did start off as a Freudian slip. So let me know in the comments, do you like my little silly tongue-tied moments, my errors, my bloopers, or shall I just completely edit them out? However, I digress. She could be cottoning on to the money-making scheme, because undoubtedly Harry made money off his publication Spare. You know, to this day, the title of that book really does irk me. It really, really does. It's almost tongue-in-cheek, and it's like, I'm the Spare, that's all I'm good for. Well, no, Harry, you're actually better in the royal family than you ever have been. You had a good role, and you were one of the most liked in the royal family until it started to go sour because you started listening to your wife. I truly believe, and this is just my honest opinion, that she started whispering, we are the greatest, we're bigger than William and Catherine, we're bigger than anybody else in the royal family, we can make it on our own, If we leave, we can be global superstars, we can eclipse everybody, and everybody will want to be with us. We'll be invited to the biggest parties. We'll go to the Oscars. We'll go to the Met Ball. It will be glorious. Harry, come with me to America. Come with me to America. And I will make your heart's desires. I'll make you bigger than your brother. Do you honestly think that that happened? Because there was a massive shift. I also believe that she was whispering in his ear, making all of these nonsensical things that didn't happen, that played into Harry's vulnerability of what happened to his mother. She has played him like a fiddle. She really has. It is the puppet and the master. It was so beautifully executed. And in very short years, she got her plan to fruition, didn't she? Out of the royal family, into her own clutches, and in America, California, where she believed she could make her millions and become a global superstar. Because let's face it, she wasn't a global superstar before. Anyway, the memoir, she probably thinks, well, Harry is. was somewhat successful, even though everybody read it just for the gossip. But it was successful, and he probably made an awful lot of money, and it reverberated around the world. So maybe she's thinking, I'd like a piece of that action. And there is certainly things that are still unsaid. I mean, look at the Kate debacle. She said. That was one of the main grumbles on Oprah that she mentioned about who made who cry. Does it really matter? I mean, honestly, it's like petty stuff, isn't it? But I can imagine that still irks Meghan, that she didn't get to really tell her side of the story. One thing about a narcissist is that they don't like their egos being damaged. And I truly believe that now that Prince William and Catherine are the Prince and Princess of Wales, that would irk her. That would really simmer under her skin. Because there is no way that her and Harry could have ever have gotten to those lofty heights within the royal family. And it's been well documented that when they were actually part of the royal family, that she felt that she could modernise it, that she could come in and change it. Not going to happen. She realised that pretty damn quickly, and that's why she persuaded Prince Harry to hot-foot it out of the royal family. Because no matter what they did in the royal family, they would never get the glimmer that Prince and Princess of Wales could ever have. And narcissists hate not being top of the pack. They really, really don't. And she could never be top dog in the royal family. Outside of the royal family, she thought, yeah, let's try and take on the world. Let's eclipse you all. Didn't work that way. They did it because neither of you can shut your traps. And what you said on a worldwide scale damaged your reputation irreparably. I think writing a memoir, in her mind, she'd think, I can put the record straight yet again, because we've never heard it before, have we? Over and over and over and over again. She is going to manipulate the time that she spent in the royal family, the connections that she made. She thought Oprah would do that. It didn't. So, releasing a memoir is the logical next step for a narcissist to try and damage as much as they can from the people that they think that have harmed them. Narcissistic rage is very, very much a real thing, and it's when a narcissist believes that their importance or grandiosity are being confronted with the facts and the truth. And what happens is that they will respond in extreme anger towards the perceived threats. The threat at the moment for Harry and Meghan are the royal family. And they're just literally not saying anything. They're not responding. So the more that the royal family stay silent and are dignified, the more angrier and angrier and angrier that Meghan and Harry will become, particularly Meghan. And I honestly, truly believe that Meghan Markle was jealous of Catherine, the Princess of Wales. You've also got to remember is that before Meghan, Harry was very, very close to William and Catherine. They were always doing things together. They had a very, very close relationship. Meghan comes along, poof, gone. And that's called narcissistic isolation. One of the first things that narcissists do when they become involved with somebody is isolate that other half from their friends and their family. And they want you to be completely dependent on them to eliminate your support system that you have in place. And that's exactly, in my honest opinion, what happened. Who exactly has Harry got now? So you've got this bubbling rage going on that really everything they've done over the last 3 years hasn't led them to the global stardom that they think they have. Remember, in a narcissistic mind, their ego is everything. Narcissists have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance. They need to basically seek so much attention and want people to admire them. And when that doesn't happen, the narcissistic rage comes along. Their need to destroy and for revenge overwhelms everything. You want to know one of the best things and the best ways how to deal with a narcissist? You don't accept their behaviour. You don't directly confront them, and you shut off their oxygen. For a narcissist, one of the biggest things that they crave is attention, and it's called narcissistic supply. Attention is like oxygen to them. They crave it, they need it. So a memoir, in her mind, is the perfect opportunity to get the oxygen, the attention, and that narcissistic supply that's so readily demanded. The need for attention overwhelms everything. And we've seen this from the moment when she was at the Kevin Costner event and she went on stage and she grabbed the microphone. Oh, if you haven't seen it, I've put a link in the top right hand corner. Beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Also, the constant pap shots by Backgrid. We know that they're completely set up. It's so obvious. But again, it's attention. Attention is attention. And I've said this so many times on this channel. Doesn't matter where the attention is coming from. Attention is attention. And that again leads to that narcissistic supply. The problem with a memoir is she has what she thinks is ammunition and she will fire it. And she will go squarely for Kate, I believe. And the reason why I believe that, and as I've said before, is that Kate has everything that Meghan wants or wanted in the royal family. She has the hierarchy, she has the position. She's going to be Queen Consort one day. And something that Meghan will never, ever be. That's one thing her squad always scream about. Queen Meghan, Queen Meghan. She's our queen. Never gonna happen. Ever, not in a million years. I'd rather have a republic than ever let Harry and Meghan take the throne. The damage that they've done to the royal family is irreparable. It really, really is. They can never come back. You know, even if they divorce, and it's not if, but when, Harry will come crawling back. I don't think the British public will ever forgive him for what he did. One thing's for sure, that if this memoir happens, she will come across as bitter and petty because they've said that they're not going to talk about the royal family anymore. Yet, they can't stop talking about the royal family. They can't stop bringing the royal family up. And it will always happen. They will always have to gain popularity, not popularity as such, but gain attention through talking about the royal family because that's all they have. Honest to God, that's all they have. What else about them is interesting apart from being part of the royal family? Absolutely nothing. According to one source, it's been said that the royal family are concerned with the nature of the rumoured book and are most likely bracing themselves for more controversy because we know that's going to happen because it's what sells. And I've always kind of got, no she won't, will she write a book? I truly believe she's writing a book because she needs that attention. So I would love to know whether you think the book's happening, whether you think she will spill all the beans, how it will be perceived. Will she come off as bitter? Will it backfire in her face? And will you read it? One thing's for sure, it will be scorched earth if it happens, because it's her final hurrah. As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.